Hey, what's up? It's Josh. It's your iFanboy mini for the day. The mini's a little version of a larger comic book show, iFanboy, and today's your day for the pick of the week. The pick of the week, if you don't know, is the best book that I read, or whoever has the pick that week. The one I like the best. It's subjective. It's my choice. That's all there is to it. It's the book I like the best. Out of all my books, I went with Fear Agent number 23 by Rick Remender and Tony Moore. It's not a hard pick. It's a really good book, and it's unlike any other book, which is odd because it's so damn basic. It is a space adventure. Basically, Heath Huston is a guy. He was a truck driver, I think, in Texas when the Earth was attacked by aliens, and since then his life's fallen apart, and he roams the cosmos as a fear agent, which is... he goes and he fights alien threats and things like that. I'm not even really sure because that's not the point. Because he's basically in a rocket by himself, getting drunk as possible, and just going through hell. And what it is it's a fun comic book. That's all. He meets aliens, he fights them, he gets himself into predicaments. It's kind of funny, it's kind of gross. It's anything the guys want it to be too. Because that's one of the other things that happens is that in one storyline it was like a war comic, and then this storyline is a Western comic, and there's space stuff, and basically in this issue Heath's been captured. I don't even remember what happened, but that's not even the point. And he escapes, and he's on this alien world, so he's in this horrid desert, and he's shot just before he left, so he's again on the edge of death when he's rescued by these people, and this turns into a Western, and he's taken to the puritanical town of Heaven, where for some reason his ex-wife seems to be there, hiding out under an assumed identity. And this is what Heath's life is. It's all these ridiculous coincidences and predicaments and just all this stuff, and it's always constantly happening to him, and it never stops. It never slows down, and it's always fun, and it's crazy, and there's big bug-eyed aliens and just weird slimy things and ray guns and blasters, and it's just thrilling space adventure. You would have seen this comic in the 50s. Granted, it would have been toned down, but it's no different than those comics, and there's not anything like that today. And quite honestly, the sales on this book aren't very good, and they should be, because it's more fun than anything else on the stands. It's just a great book, and you could go pick these issues up and you'd probably pretty much get it. Rick Remender is having a ton of fun. You can tell that when you're reading it. Tony Moore, the artist on the main story in this, is one of my favorite artists, and this is the one where you can just see he is just having a boatload of fun, and it's just like he's drawing Heath escaping and running butt naked. It's sort of silly, but not in a way that makes you feel like you're reading something that's, talking down to you or is dumbed down. It's not like that. It's just a lot of fun. The colors in this particular issue were something I wanted to bring up because you can see it here on the screen, but also just like each scene had a different sort of hue to them. And there's one scene where he's being dragged through the desert, and the color really actually reminds me of The Watchmen, which had some really interesting colors if you remember bits of it, where it's all these sort of dark purples and reds and oranges and sickly greens and everything, and it just looked kind of like that, and it's one of the things that really helps tell the story of the book and get you into the mood of where you're supposed to be right away. There's also a backup story in this, which is just a tale of the fear agent. As Heath is going around the cosmos, he finds a world that supposedly set up all of Earth and everything to be made of water so that they could transport all the people there and get their water, and they need them. And of course, Heath blasts his way out and finds a way to make beer out of it. That's the whole story. It's nothing big. It's an 8-page backup story. I just had a lot of fun reading this book. It made me laugh. It makes me turn the page. It makes me wish for more. It makes me wish it was longer. I know that there's a lot of people who read this book in trades. It reads really fun in issues. There's nice cliffhangers. It's got that serial feel of sort of, I guess, old movies or something like that. And I think everybody should be reading this, unless you have delicate sensibilities. In which case, it's not even that bad. It's a lot of fun. And get over to iFanboy, read my full review of the book if you like what you saw here or what you heard about. And then get over to division3.com/iFanboy, and you can see more videos and stuff like that we do. But more importantly than any of that, read Fear Agent. It is, it's right up there with Invincible and The Walking Dead as sort of the books that people should know about and they're not reading. Well, people are reading The Walking Dead, but more people need to read Fear Agent. Thank you, and we'll talk to you later.